Hello, friends. This is Ronamont for another episode of Vatgrown Massacre. So, on last episode, we just got home. On this episode, I'm hoping to recruit slaves as a support system so that we can get more work done, and by work, I mean murder. Um, so that is the goal on this episode. I'm also going to think about maybe putting down some Devil Strand. And you might be thinking, oh, it's too late in the season for that, but I have other ideas. Another thing I did, which I should admit to, is I enabled a mod that should, I'm not 100% sure it's going to work, but should increase the amount of Devil Strand, oh my god, increase the amount of trade ships that I get. At least that's the hope. Alright, so we've already recruited our first slave. That was quick. Thrall 2. Let's go ahead and name Thrall 1. That means we have to change the work priorities. I'm not going to load our hunt, but construct, mine, grow. Restrict her sleeping. And change what she wears. Say no drugs. Alright, that's a start. And I was going to turn this into the slave barracks. It really depends on how quick I can get Tannen to fix that place up. Yeah, she's fine. And I'm going to try to recruit the other three. Or two, rather. Get all three of them. Another idea I had was Devil Strand in the farm. I'm not going to... So the thought I had was to wall it all off, which it already is walled off. Put a roof over it, and then heat it and light it. I'd need to greatly extend my power grid if I was to do that. But... doing such a thing as that would allow me to grow year-round, which might be worth it. Geothermal broke down. Great. But there's a lot of little construction projects I want done, which means this episode might not have as much war as I'd like. It depends really on whether I get the trade ships I'm waiting for or not, to be honest. If I don't get the trade ships I need, then yeah, it's going to be a little bit longer. So the trade ships I'm really looking for are ones, exotic good trade ships in order to fix up Tannen and Mastema. Oh, we have a pirate ship right now. Let's go ahead and talk to them. They might buy some of our stuff. Let's see. Always buy components. Wow. They're willing to pay $29 for that. Oof. That's not a lot. It's because she's critically ill. But she'll be worth a lot more to me once she's healed up. Just making sure I'm not selling anything I don't want to sell. I'm going to sell the shield belt, though. And sell the gold. Maybe 400 of it. Alright, that gives me a lot of silver. So this gives me hope, because not all of the increased trade ship mods actually do anything. And this one, at least so far, has sent a pirate ship to us. Which makes me hopeful that this mod actually works. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Got ourselves a mad animal. Oh, it's a muffalo. Ain't even a small animal, a big one. Ooh, all goods. Okay, obviously this mod is working. I gotta say. Originally, I was going to say it's anecdotal, but getting a trade ship and a bulk goods here at the same time. This mod might be a little overpowered if it keeps up at this rate. I guess not overpowered. It's just giving me a lot of options. But let's go ahead and trade with these people. Still no exotic goods. Yeah. I'm going to buy limestone blocks just because crafting them takes a while, and I have a lot of construction projects in mind. So go ahead and just purchase that. Let's keep the Devil Strand pants. Sell the rest of our gold. All right. That's a lot of limestone. So this buffalo hasn't really done very much. Just paste a bunch. Oh, you bashing a door? You'll get bored of that. Alright. He's dead. We'll be leaving us alone. So this mod's supposed to do only ×2 the amount of trade ships. So I hope that that is the truth. I hope I don't get like slammed by trade ships here. Maybe it was just anecdotal luck. Thrall seems to be unhappily nude. You are not wearing a shirt, my little friend. So I'm putting I'm just gonna make sure they have shirt and pants for now. I'm putting a Devil Strand in the ground because I suspect that we will have more slaves in order to help out our war effort. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, so to speak. So now that we have all this additional stone, I'm going to go ahead and do some beautification projects to our dear base. So first, just expand. Wow, I can't speak today. I'm sorry about that. Our power grid here. If I am to put grow lights here, obviously I need an insane amount of power, like so much more than I currently have. Also, with that in mind, I want some backup power. So I'm gonna plop some backup power in my storage there. So we have the wire going all the way out to the geothermal. We just need to make the geothermal. Let's run. Oh, it already has cabling. Just the wire broke. Thrall doesn't have a place to sleep yet. Thrall number 2. Bulk trader. Yeah, I'm thinking they're coming a little too often, but it's not like I actually have use for a lot of trades. I just need a few bionics. So I'm not going to stress too much about the frequency. The other mod I had in mind, I did a little test run on, and it like simply didn't work. I fast forwarded for an entire season and got nothing. So I was a little discouraged. This one, better too many than none, right? At least that's what I'm thinking. Alright, so they're getting that done. Eventually I'm going to replace, not eventually, but in this episode, I'm going to replace the walls, the wood ones, with limestone for a little added security, a little peace of mind. Okay, we got another one of these thralls. Dorna. Or, you know, I'm gonna name you Thrall 2. And you will be Thrall 3, because it will go from left to right. Alright, so this Thrall, firefight, flick, craft, haul, clean, grow, mine, and plant cut. Oh, yeah, we need to do some of the restrictions, so work restrictions, clothing. She immediately put on, power armor. Alright, so given that we have a new thrall, I'm going to make another shirt and pants. Okay, we're just about done with this area, which is pretty cool. And we just finished our geothermal. I didn't even bother talking to that bulk goods. I guess I could have bought the components, but we have plenty and I was busy. Limestone, flagstone. Making it pretty. Alright, so it's finally summer. We should have had all that already planted. I decided against it, but didn't realize I was about to get a bunch of slaves. So now that we're nearly done with this construction project, it will be a very good time to have that bedroom built, because these thralls are just going to sleep like out on the ground. Not exactly good for your health. Let's leave it at that. So if I am going to power up this farm, let's see. Home area. I don't need burning helper. I almost never turn off the auto home, and I kind of don't remember where it is. Huh. Mod settings, names, storytellers. Well, I guess I'll just delete it as we go. Not exactly the efficient way of going about it, but yeah, adding all this power is going to cause the home area around this farm to expand. I mean, the worst that could happen is like a fire pops up and it annoys me. It's really not that big of a deal. I don't want them like cleaning the dirt outside of the farm area, though. I guess that's another bad thing that could possibly happen. Okay, that's all wired up. We're laying down some flooring. Now that we have someone on like limestone duty full time, we can afford to do stuff like that. I think one of the thralls stopped, but yeah, it's fine. Moving the batteries. Getting the power. I know you're unhappily nude. Where is Iseth? Alright, she's making the clothing. Okay. Another thing I want to do is to change the Vatgrown workers to not wear smoke pot belts. And not shield belts either. One thing I didn't look at is, all right, so you can shoot. You can shoot. They both can shoot. Let's give them assault rifles. Ooh. Thrall number 1. Kick to the curb. Didn't think that was going to happen, but then it did. So we're not finishing the flooring because we're out of the blocks. Something I can work on with the thralls later. See, he's cleaning up outside. That's exactly what I did not want to happen. And I'm sure a bunch of you know how to turn off the auto home zone. It's probably in the options somewhere. I just didn't see it right here, and I don't want to spend a chunk of this episode staring for it. If that's fair. I think that's fair. That's not exactly the most interesting thing to have happen in an episode. So, I'll spare you. Alright. Thrall 3, there is a shirt for you. And I don't really need to light this or heat it until the seasons change. So there's no real urgency there. Alright, so we're done with the clothing. Let's get 10 in here to actually prioritize the construction of these. Wow, these are hella good beds. I mean, they should be, right? He's a 20, but the next 2 beds were not up to standard. Let's actually lock him in here for a moment. Get him to do all these tasks that he's procrastinating on. Alright, so we have 2. Okay, we have enough of these good beds. He obviously broke himself out. But now we have a proper bedroom. And I'm going to have him prioritize the construction of the bedroom. So that our slaves don't have some sort of weird uprising. That wouldn't, oh, seriously? Haul the whole stack. There we go. Alright, so the bedroom is now super ugly due to the fact that it has all this like random crap in it, but it's usable. Alright, let's lock you in there. Alright. And now, yeah, Thrall 1 got dumped. Feels bad, man. He's obviously not so thrilled about his dumping. Yeah, all right. I would go so far as to say that the mod that added all the seemingly extra trade ships, it was just anecdotal that a lot of them came all at once, and that I would go so far as to say that yes, it's somewhat balanced. It just doubles it. All right, we got some Wrath Rumbo. Gonna wait for people to wake up. Kasaja and Tannen are gonna sleep up here now. This can be another prison. Alright, so I obviously want to kill these Thrumbo. There's some good good meat and horns and all that incentive to do it. I just have to be careful because I had people out. Oh, Tannin, that's not good. Iseth, Thrall, Mastema, Agil. Yeah, you're getting caught, my friend. Coming to help. Alright, let's slow time down a little bit. So all we really need to do is wound it enough that it can't outrun us. So, ooh, you got hit by friendly fire. So far, just one scratch, and I think we're now faster. Of course, I'm not running in a straight line, so that doesn't help. Alright, yeah. Now you're super slow. That could have been a bit more elegant on my part, but hey, we've got everyone surviving. Ten in here can go straight to resting with Agil. And Thrall 3, let's go antagonize the rest. Oh, you just tried to hug a Thrumbo. It's not really what I meant by antagonizing him. Evil, I know. But, alright, so here's an exotic goods. That's pretty much what we've been waiting for. And all I'm trying to do is get him to critically bleed out. Alright, so here's the exotic goods trader. Shooting neurotrainer. That might be worth buying. Power Claw. That's not exactly what we're looking for, but it's a close approximation. And I'm going to sell all the Thrumblehorn that we already have, because we're about to get some more. I could buy Wargs for war, but I'm not going to. I want Beasts of Burden, not Wargs. What's going on? I heard fighting noises, but I don't know. Yep. Alright, who are you chasing? You are chasing Thrall 3. Now you're chasing Iseth. Now you're chasing nothing. Alright, so right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and remove her Scyther Blade. So we can put in the Power Claw. So the Power Claw is almost 100% manipulation. I think it's like 96%, something super close. So it's going to be pretty good to have a Power Claw in rather than, you know, this Scyther Blade that's really just a blade, like a hook. Well, that's good. Beat each other up. More practice for the meds. How good are you at... Oh, well, we're just removing her hand. I guess it really doesn't matter how good he is at meds. The person that does the operation, that's what matters. Because now we are going to install... Don't want to do it on the wrong hand. That would be bad. Let's go ahead and wake Agile up to do a little operation. Not you, thrall. Agile. I'm not having a number 4 skill operate on one of my OG Vatgrown. That's not going to happen. Alright, so we have this this lovely dining room area. I'm going to add to the barracks just to try to make it a little bit nicer. Ooh, a heat wave. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Alright, so Mastema should be up to almost 100% manipulation now. See if I'm right. Yep, 96%. Which is pretty good. Not quite as good as a bionic arm. Can afford to wait. So we also have these 2 shooting neurotrainers, and there is no way I'm using them on anyone but my main guys. So Mastema's already an 18. I'm going to go ahead and, actually not Tannen. Anyone but Tannen. Isith and Agile. Because Tannen has 1 eye, and I'm not... Alright, so we're almost up to 20. Well, we're 19 and 20 here. Those skills will diminish, of course. They're not going to stick around forever. Why are you sleeping in the... I don't know why you're down there. You're weird and you're dead for it. Alright, I'm also going to go ahead and start hauling some of this limestone back. I really want to build in limestone. Ooh, let's allow... Yes. Let's get that thrombohorn before it decays. It's my bad. I had it disallowed. Important stuff. Another thing I could do is... Alright, where is the overhead mountain? Is mine out some of this. I think not there. Oh no, even there. Okay. And here too. Mine out some of this to try to get some limestone near home. Also gives us more storage space and the like. Oh, bulk goods. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if they have more limestone blocks. Or beasts of burden, which they have none. No one that can haul. Components. It's almost a joke. Why would I not buy components? Granite blocks. No, they don't have any limestone. Yeah, they don't really have anything I'm after. Just them components. Of which we have almost 100 now. So now I just have to be careful where I mine out. I could always just fill it up with animal sleeping spots and things like that, but I don't really want to go that route if I don't have to. So much heartache. Divorced. And you're in a daze. Well done, sir. Well done. Alright, so that's almost done. That's probably the more important piece of our of our construction project is walling it off so it's safe and secured. Now I suspect we're going to lose some meat in this heat wave. It's really super hot. Pirate merchant. A healthier negotiator. Well, everyone has heat stroke right now, so I don't think I'm going to get a healthier one. There might also... Am I talking to the bulk goods? That looked like the bulk goods. Yeah, here's the other one. Shield belt. I'm going to sell this shoddy power armor helmet. I'm just going to go ahead and make another set. Or another one, not set. And I'm not going to buy overpriced components. We don't need them that bad. So we've started to break down the wall around our... Oh, there we go. I was wondering when that floodgate was going to happen. Got a little bit of a roof collapse too, didn't we? Crushing some wood and conduit. So what I want to do here is just to put limestone doors on the internal, because we'll just leave them open, and that way they're fireproof and we can close them and they're pretty secure if we need them closed. Oh, looks like we have a little bit of steel. Oh, you passed out because of heat stroke extreme. And ambrosia sprouts. Alright, what I'm going to do right now is to make sure everyone is not dying of heat stroke by throwing them in a freezer. So we got everyone pretty much down to initial now, except for Thrall. If this was walled off, I could make it for prisoners. Oh, you know what? I can make it... That works. Alright, let's go rescue him. And put him in the freezer. Have him stand around there for a little bit. You know what? I want you to stay there a little bit longer. There. That's about right. Alright, hospital beds back to normal. This heat wave is hot, hot, hot. I used to live in Southern California, and it kind of reminds me of SoCal heat waves. It's about the right temperature, at least. Which is to say, unbearable. To the point where these are probably not growing. Yeah, they're not really ideally growing. No surprise there. Rebuffed by Agil. Yeah, Agil's kind of in a relationship, my friend. Oh, I just noticed our backup power is kind of full up. Ooh, a pirate ship. Yeah, this mod is obviously doing a lot of work. I'm having quite a lot of ships visit. For a second I thought that was a... Well, you know what I thought it was. And I was excited. But now I'm no longer excited. Not going to worry too much about digging that out, because we don't super need it. So who's the crafter? Thrall? You're a crafter. Let's go ahead and try to have the crafters do some crafting. I keep listening to things getting murdered out here, which is weird. Alright, so we're even having thermo meat rotting away because it's so damn hot, which is, I would say, not so cool. But we're doing what we can in this heat. I'm going to do a... Oh, alright. I was about to do a quick health check. Heat stroke extreme. That's totally not your bed there, Mr. Thrall. So if heat stroke extreme... At least it gives me a warning. So let's go ahead and rescue. Capture. We can keep her... Well, that was short-lived. I was going to say we could keep her in there for a bit. Forbid the door, but then we immediately started putting her back. So for her heat stroke is somewhat resolved. I think the heat wave is about to end because it's only 85 out. Yeah, the heat wave is definitely about to end. Yep, and there it goes. Alright, so we have a power armor helmet. Masterwork. That's what I like to see. Better than that shoddy shit that we were making before. So we've got our thralls cranking out. Let's just drop this on the floor. Got our thralls cranking out crafting work because we also needed that giant stockpile of blocks and whatnot, and we also need the limestone. We're still kind of a little light on limestone. We're just starting to finish the projects. So it's good that Thrall's working on that. And he has to travel pretty far to get these chunks. Did all these animals die from heatwave? No, they didn't. These animals are kind of a little bit hardier, heatwave hardy. More so than our colonists. Our colonists are a little bit more delicate, I'd say. Alright, Swan, I'm going to put you back in the bedroom. Alright, so let's see. You can kind of tell who made these chairs, as all but one is bad quality. I guess it wasn't tannin. I could have forced it to specify, but I didn't. No, see, you're not doing that. We're gonna go ahead and have tannin make the furniture now. Oh, you only made a good one. Well, I'll let him break it all down first. Oh, that's a really unfortunately placed tree. All y'all, get off my construction projects. Let's just take over. No, Thrall, go away. Thrall, 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 Thrall. Where are you? Construction 2. Superiors is going to be good enough. I'm not all that picky. We're just doing this to try to raise room value. Why is Thrall... Where is Thrall 1? You're supposed to be sleeping in that. Alright, so another exotic goods. That is what I was hoping for. Let's hope for an eyeball. Scyther Blade, Power Claw, no eyeball. Sell my cores. Construction neurotrainers. Yeah. Maybe. I'm definitely going to do that. I have a very good idea as to how I'm going to use them. Plasteel billiards table. Well, isn't that excessive? And we almost perfectly break even while keeping the scyther blade. So the construction neurotrainers, I was planning on having our warriors do it because when they set up defenses when we arrive, having them suck at construction is a bit of a setback. So 5 and 7 is better than like 2 and 3 or whatever we were at before. And this barracks is somewhat impressive. It's getting a little bit better. Thanks to Tannen's construction woodcrafting skills. Alright, another superior. And a legendary. Wow. Alright. That's pretty nice. Superior, okay. So our barracks is about as, it's very impressive. It's about as impressive as it's going to get. Look at that 40 chair there. It's like a piece of art. Truth be told, I don't know how it's any physically different than the rest of it, but hey. If people like it, they like it. They like what they like. Still waiting on that last swan to come to the dockside. But we might be waiting a little bit longer. I have a feeling that she's going to be our one really annoying holdout. So I'm expanding the power grid here, as you all might see, because I'm planning on putting grow lights in our Devil Strand area, and we're going to need a lot of power for that, without a doubt. It will be a very power-hungry endeavor. And I'm going to go ahead and make all that look nice, which means chopping some wood. Now I realize that these are all like nice to have sort of construction improvement projects. They're not war projects. Well, I guess the Devil Strand does help us in war. So there's a caveat there. Now I would make all of this limestone flagstone, but we just don't have that much of it. And I will eventually, but for now we're going to be rocking the wood. Alright, so finally, Swan. I think she's she's a brawler, so equipping her will be slightly different than equipping the rest. But that also means we need another set of clothing. And she'll know where she's sleeping. But we also, it occurs to me, don't have a smithy. So I'm going to go ahead and craft up a smithy so that we can make melee weapons, because we really can't at the moment. We don't have the capacity to do it. Alright, let's change some work priorities for her. Flick and firefight, as could be expected. I think these guys here are going to help out with the cooking. Grow, construct, mine, plant cut, haul, clean. And and you are now Thrall 4. We changed their names based upon whatever arbitrary order that is. I guess capture order, maybe. I don't actually know what order that is. Don't really care. They don't have names to me. They are slaves. All right, so this wire here could be a little bit less intrusive. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. This wasn't a bad idea. It's just bigger, longer, and more annoying than we need. Actually, we could go like something like this. Run a cable in the north. And that way, if we have power shortages or whatever, there's like backup routes for the power to take. Alright, so Thrall 3, you're unhappily nude because I haven't made your pants yet. There's your pants right there. Look at all this wood. Slapping it down. All that construction fail makes me sad. So we've had a few Exotica traders and nothing to show for it just yet. Alright, you're not likely to attack me just yet. Yeah, I don't feel great about having wargs in the area. I might go on somewhat of a big game safari hunt soon. For that reason. There is 1,000 chem fuel out here? Seriously? We're just leaving it there? Alright, Miss Demmett. We're gonna haul this in. That's a lot of chem fuel to have lying around. I don't want you to sow the area. Quit it. Many hands make short work of big tasks. You're resting? No. We can get one more haul out of you. Alright, now we're done. We've moved 1,000 chem fuel. So we got two grand chem fuel sitting in our stocks. It's quite a lot. Why haven't you built these walls? We have the limestone. Guess I just need to prioritize it. That's all. But now that we have enough limestone blocks for the construction projects I wanted to immediately do, next up is working on decreasing the size of this dumping stockpile here. Which means cutting any stone, which is granite and sandstone mostly. Alright, that got finished. The wall's getting finished. And we have a lovely psychic ship. I actually picked a pretty good spot to land in, I gotta say. I'm not going to complain about its landing location. So I think what I'll do here is, what are you, 19 and 17? I thought we were higher than that. It probably diminished. Alright, Agil, you're Mr. 19. And you're the fastest runner. So this job will be put to you. Piss the ship off. I wonder if that actually connected. Well, that one did. Alright, get myself back in there. Let's go ahead and self-tend with nothing. He's a good doc. He doesn't need the meds. Go ahead and just fully forbid. Well, if you want to fight, you get to fight. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lure them into the base. Alright, this one seems to take the bait. You're chopping at my walls. You just splashed yourself. Hit and run! Alright, so the scythers are down. Oh, you're making pretty good progress on that little wall, aren't you? Yeah, it's gonna cut through it. Ooh, Thrall 3 just got shot in the head. Just take better cover. So it cut through the wall, but decided not to come in. And it killed itself. It's what I would call solid work. Okay, let's get everyone inside except for Agil, who's going to fight and kite. Let's get Mastema in cover. Thrall 3 here. Patched up. The rest want to repair the wall. Alright, and that's one down. More. All down. Now I need Mastema, Agil, Tannin to break the ship down so don't drive me insane. Wonderful. Now I got a lot of hauling to do. I'm glad Thrall 3 survived. Getting shot in the head, skull by heavy charge blasters. That's just not a little damage. That's like a lot. She got brained and survived. And looks like we've already started breaking down the mechanoids. We have a few more to do, but it's a good start. I'm also making pretty good progress in getting rid of all the slag that's on this map and smelting it down. I have a grudge against slag for some reason. Yeah, there's not too much of it out there. Now, this isn't a meeting spot. So we got some cargo pods of unfertilized eggs. Good for cooking. I can cook that up. We are 54 minutes into this video. I kind of pre-acknowledged that I was not likely to go to war this one. This one was a sort of setting up our support system so that we can do more war, more battle, in a slightly more efficient way. I really want animals that will haul for me. That is sort of my top priority. But if we can't get that, I'll go to war anyway. I'll use my pods. We also have almost 20k silver, which is kind of an obscene amount of silver to have. I just realized how we had so much. And we're mining out the last little part of our steel. I'm venturing a guess that this is steel, that's steel. So there's other steel around. It's not like we're hurting for steel. But I wouldn't mind a little extra boost of plasteel. We certainly have a getting a nice wealth of blocks here. We're just smelting and crafting, and yeah, it's good stuff. Nice productive base, I've got to say. Pulling in this limestone. Things are a little ugly from time to time, but nothing I'm unhappy about. So the next step here is to roof this off and light it, because we're at the end of summer. We have about halfway through fall for it to grow, and that's just not enough time for it to yield any Devil Strand. If I don't get Devil Strand this season, it's not a big deal. I still have 400 left, and people are clothed. 400's, you know, 4 outfits roughly, give or take. Three outfits really is what it is. So that's not so bad, and I'm somewhat satisfied with this extra trade ship patch. I think, oh, here it is again. It's surely sending me a lot. My issue with the patch is I still don't have a goddamn eye. That's all I wanted, man. It's a better eyeball. And I have everything but a better eyeball. But you know, whatever. That happens. I can't ask for specific things from the traders. I just can hope that they bring something useful. And then I also, of course, expanded my slaves from 1 or 2, depending on how you count, to 4 or 5, also, depending on how you count. Which will really help keep home productive, so that I can stay out in the field and raid, you know, Viking style. So looking at this, I have 400 limestone blocks, so on my send away, I'm going to expand my limestone floor. So that is this episode. I'm sorry we didn't go to war. I am planning on trying to enable a support system of beasts of burden animals to allow me to war a lot more. But until I have that in play, you know, the episodes are going to be a little slower. So ideally, let's load the world before I call this episode an end. Ideally, what I'm trying to do here is in spring, load up a bunch of Muffalo with batteries and turrets and just kind of mow over an area. And what I will do is I'll set up outposts of max distance, pod distance, to enable me to mow over another area. And I'll just keep doing that in like chunks. But in order for me to do that, I need all 4 of my pawns to be at tip-top health, which means Tanda needs a new eye. Mastema could use a bionic arm rather than the Power Claw. Power Claw is pretty good, but I'd like bionic legs at least one on everyone, so I can outrun most of the enemies. So kite tactics are viable again. So there's a lot of things I want to have happen, which will enable me to defeat, to defeat the enemies a lot more rapidly. But yeah, so that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I hope to catch you in next episode. Drop me a line if you have something to say, and I'll see you next time. Adios.